Okay, I've done a few of these removal videos, but I thought I would chat and remove my nail polish. I've worn this, oh, I don't know, you guys will have to do the math. It is Wednesday, it's Wednesday. Almost a week, I think. So I have nail clips and I have a push and remover. And then I just take these and tear them in half. But what I like to do, this is Biotune Cuticle and Nail Oil. Any oil works. And I just put it on right here. And then what I'm doing is I'm putting it like underneath my nail and making sure that it goes all the way around my cuticle. I'm not like putting it on my nail polish. But if I don't do this, I find that my fingers turn white and I feel like they dry out even more than they already are dried out. So this is just full of oil when I'm done, and I just don't worry about it. But also by having the oil on here, I feel like it protects my nails a little, or my fingers a little bit from the remover. It's really dry where I live, so I feel like it helps. I am still not feeling well. I don't think I'm contagious anymore, but I still feel like I shouldn't go anywhere just because what if I am? And then I kind of like this, just like rub it back and forth a little bit. And I leave that on for like 1 to 2 minutes. Um, but I thought I would show you like the full removal and then prep before I put nail polish on, so that you guys can kind of get an idea of what I do, and then you can decide if you want to implement any of that stuff. Earlier today I took this and I put a drop or two in the finger of each glove, and then I put the gloves on for like 30 minutes. And by gloves I mean like the neoprene gloves you can get that are kind of like what the doctors wear. If this is on still like a lot, it's not, so I'm not going to go, but I'll just fold it in half again and put that back on for like another, however long it takes me to do the other nails. But I only had one layer on, and then I had, oh, I must have put it back. I had some sassy sauce, and then I had messy gel setter. See, like that one is being a little more stubborn. I have this here to protect from the oil because I don't want it on the surface where I put my nail stuff. I was opening a drawer that was overfilled, and I caught my nail on the drawer when it didn't like open like I thought it would easily, and I broke this nail. So see, like this one, I'll just fold it over like that and put it on. If there's only a little bit left, I don't do that. I just do this and then take that other stuff off. I always replace my cap because this stuff evaporates really easily, quickly. I'm not scraping hard, I'm just gently removing the glitter that's sticky. And then I use my nail to get in the crease. See that obnoxious noise that it makes? I feel like it's like nails on a chalkboard. Okay, we're all done with getting it off of that one, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's see if I can get this left over here. I have my nail polish off. I haven't done anything else. So I'm going to show you guys. See, this is what happens when you try to take the polish off without using a remover. This is like a emery board, I guess. But you always want to make sure that you get this stuff right here off. It's like skin. It's your cuticle. This right here is your proximal nail fold. But this stuff is your cuticle, and you always want to make sure you gently remove that. Some people can scrape it off with their like this. I've never been able to do that. If you push too hard, you will accidentally take some of your nail. There's also cuticle remover, like chemical cuticle remover, that you can get at the store, and you just put it on and then scrape it off. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? See the skin? You want to get that off, because if you don't, and you put color straight over the top, the color straight will lift off of there because it's not flush against your nail when you have that skin right there. Sometimes I use this to smooth out my nail when I've gotten like a scratch or whatever. You just have to push a little bit harder. Starting to feel like I have cabin fever. I don't do well when I have to stay in my house for ever without going anywhere. I mean, I guess I could just go outside. I'm not sure what the temperature is outside right now. Apparently there's an air stagnation in effect. Oh, that fresh air probably wouldn't be very fresh anyway. Sometimes I get peeling at the ends of my nail. It's better than it was. You can kind of see it right here. See that right there? And if I don't take care of that, see? If I don't take care of that, it will peel off and it will take my strip with it at the end of my nail. So, I mean, this does take a while, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the chemical one is faster, but I feel like it doesn't work as well. Because you just put it on and scrape it off, and it's like 3 minutes for the whole process. I think I have a video showing that one too. But if it's really thick, it doesn't always get it off. These probably would have been fine to use that. It doesn't really work on my toes. See how that's peeling right there? That has to be filed. See, it's doing it right there. I leave all my nail polish off right there. I haven't decided what I'm gonna wear yet. Sometimes that skin grows here too. See? So then when you have it like that, sometimes you can clip it off. Just like right there. Because if you don't, it makes the color streak kind of poof up weird. Ow, that was not my nail, that was my finger. Just try to make it like as flat as possible. I don't like these as much as I like my old ones. So see, I couldn't get that off all the way. But do you see what I took off? Because you want to make sure that your color streak can lay flat against your nail. And I do try to pull my proximal nail fold back and get under there as much as possible. Hopefully I'm not in my own way and you guys can see what I'm doing. I have to be able to see what I'm doing too, though. So if you're only doing your nails like every 2 weeks, you should definitely be doing this every single time. I try to do it at least once a week. So I'm gonna do this hand after, but I have this file, which I believe this is the more gritty side, this is the more smooth side. And then that's what I use to shape my nails, make sure they're flat or whatever. And you always want to go like that. Like either this way or this way, but not back and forth. And then I file kind of like gently down to get rid of any of that peeling. And this one had like a boo-boo. You have to be really careful though, because if you do it too much, then you thin your nail quite a bit. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to thin your nail. But you do want to make sure that there's no peeling happening. Like that right there. Because it will peel up higher and then you have more weakness. I'm being really lazy and take off that print nail polish with this. Okay, and then I have this, which I don't know exactly what number this is, but I'm guessing it must be like 400 or 500 because it's like a smoothing one. And I do push harder with this one. Sometimes I only use this one and I don't smooth with that one. Most of the time. But you always want to use a smaller and smaller file until you get like the desired smoothness that you want. I have found that when I just use this one, it's still kind of jagged. Which is definitely not what I want. I need a new one of these. You see how bad it is? Remember, this is a super fine. I'm not taking much off. I'm just smoothing any jagged edges from before. This one you can go back and forth with because it's such a fine one. Now here, I'll show you something fun. If you continue to go smaller and smaller grit, look what happens. Isn't that interesting? It's all shiny. If you try to put liquid polish on something after you shine it like that, it will not work out for you. See, I have that right there. Might be part of the reason why my nail broke, because I probably had some of that down below too. I don't usually file my nails in here because I'm gonna get this nail dust everywhere. So you can see my thing that I didn't clean off really well right here now. See right there. So I will be taking that off. Okay, my next step is base coat, which I've been using this for a long time. I feel like my nails are much thicker than they were. I usually wash my hands before I do that, or use an alcohol pad. I should have mixed that up before I started this again. Cece asked if she should put balls in that, and I think she should because it looks like the powder separates a little bit from it. So I just make sure that I go around, because I don't want any of this like nail dust in my base coat, right? But I also don't want like oil. And it's not like I don't have probably 100 of these things on my desk in the corner. You can see some of them right here. I just throw them over there when I take apart the packages to mix, and I have a lot. So I'm gonna need another bottle of this. I think it's like half empty. But I do feel like this has helped make my nails grow thicker. I'm not sure how. I don't even know what's in it. Stacy gets it from like a wholesaler. I think the same place she gets her glitter stuff from, or at least the base for her glitter top coats that she makes. I'm sad that I had to cut my nails so short because I broke this one off. I need to be more careful, I think. I'm not always cognizant about like opening or shutting things. It's not the first time I've tried to pull out a drawer, open a door, and caught my nail. One time I did it when I was on a trip. It sucked so bad. So after this dries, I will be ready to put on fingernail polish, to put on strips, which will be another video. So thanks for joining me.